Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joy at Work. It's great to be with you. I announced that I was back last week, and we're just going to dive right into it starting this week. So many topics I want to talk about: AI, leadership, and so many of those things that are just like top of mind for me right now. But today I want to talk about being unhurried. Being unhurried. We're living in a time where it's all about speed and how quickly can we move and how fast can we get things done. That's what the culture seems to encourage us to do. And I'm just here to offer that if you want to experience joy at work, you need to be able to pause. You need to be able to stop. In fact, I've been suggesting recently, and I'm not the one who's come up with this, or I'm not the first one to talk about this, but that pausing and resting is probably an act of rebellion in many situations. Think about how many times people just want an answer from you immediately and don't want to give you the opportunity to go think about the problem. I'd suggest that part of the challenge we have faced in a lot of our work experiences is that we're rushed to make decisions, we make ineffective or poor decisions, and then we're rushed to deal with the consequences of those poor decisions, and we find ourselves like a hamster just going round and round and round, leading to frustration and anxiety and all the things. So if you want to experience joy at work, I'm like just challenging you to think about how you can pause, how you can not always be in a hurry, how you can reflect on situations and take a step back and almost zoom out and look at the landscape and say to yourself, what am I missing here? And that only comes with deliberate and intentional pause. Like, not every email needs to be responded to in the moment. Not every message on Slack or Teams needs to be responded to in the moment. Some things you just need to let marinate and see what happens. Some ideas you need to ruminate over and see what happens. You need to be able to move at a pace that moves you in the direction that you want to go, but not necessarily at breakneck speed all the time. Now, I realize this is countercultural. It's all about speed, it's all about bias for action. And I'm one of those who might have a little bit of a bias for action. However, we need to be able to slow down. We need to not be in a hurry all the time. I find it interesting in meetings how people just want to fly through the agenda and don't want to reflect on anything. We're just in this period in our work experiences where speed just seems to be the number one thing we all care about. And I really think that that saps and just makes it hard for us to experience joy. So here's the tip. Really, here's the tip. You want to experience joy at work, look for ways to create breaks and pauses in your work where you can reflect and think about what's going on. Don't allow yourself to be hurried all the time. The results of your decisions and actions will probably be better because you've taken time to think about what that action can lead to, what the consequences might be, and you're getting ahead of the situation instead of just flinging yourself into everything. So that's it. Want to experience some more joy at work? Slow down. Don't be hurried. Hope this was helpful. Hope this is challenging. I'll see you next time. Be safe.